Hello everybody, Chag Sameach, Good Yontif, Happy Passover. How you all doing?
I'm doing fine.
You're doing fine? Hope everyone else is doing fine, enjoying a nice long week of eating matzah and feeling a liberation.
Absolutely.
Freedom.
Liberating. Yeah. There's nothing that says liberation quite like a good old piece of matzah that is very, very
without taste,
professionally baked. I guess. No,
yeah.
I personally like matzah. I eat a lot of shmura matzah. Yeah. It's a fun time of year for me. Get to drink some of the wines that work so hard to bring to market and to share with our customers, and enjoy some of that matzah as well. How about you, Jared? You're into the matzah?
It's great. I made matzah ball soup, matzah brie, matzah omelets, matzah, matzah meal, matzah brownies, matzah. I'm starting to sound like the guy from Forrest Gump who keeps talking about shrimp, which is not kosher. Sorry, but yeah, it's been a great Pesach for me after a long season, and I think we've done well. I hope everyone has been happy. If you have anything, please, come see us, private message us. But we're here to please you guys and to just provide good kosher wine
Absolutely.
and give a kiddush on it all,
and there you go.
In the process.
All of our Torah. All right, so Jared, what are we gonna be talking about today?
So now we're going into the seventh day of Pesach, the seventh day of Passover. So the seventh day of Passover commemorates the splitting of the Red Sea. And so for that, we go back to the Parsha, which we also have already talked about, which was Parshas Parshas Beshalach. That's, Pharaoh finally letting the Jews go. And so the Jews cross the Red Sea, and then the Egyptians chase after them, and then God puts the Red Sea back so that the Jews are finally freed. So what do? What's the first thing they do?
They sang a song.
They decide to sing a song.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could sing a song.
I don't know if people would enjoy that. However,
I can prepare my vocal cords.
Yeah, maybe on a separate. All right.
Okay. All right. Maybe not. I'm not.
Not bad, Jared. Not bad. So what are we gonna drink?
Anyways, we have the perfect wine. Another good wine for this parsha for Beshalach, and that is going to be Shiran, the Soprano, which I think we've already talked about. We're giving guys an introduction on our new garage line of wines here at Kosherwine.com. And I know that you guys got to go meet them at this winery.
Yeah, we were there this past summer. Met with Shiran, great guy. Invited us to his home to try the wines. We fell in love with the wines and with the winery and the winemaker. It was just a great experience.
And he's a chazan himself, right? He's a cantor.
His father was a chazan. So there's actually one of the wines is a tribute to his father, but in general, the series they all surround music and singing. So you have the soprano, the conductor, you have the trio, and the chazan, which is not a wine that was available with this vintage yet, so we don't have it. But we will be bringing in a few more. There's a couple of whites on their way. Great wine, interesting stuff. This is really a treat to have it. And that's actually a really good connection with Shiran and singing Shiran.
How apropos. And of course Miriam, who led the women, in Song by the Sea. I'm sure she was probably a soprano, right? Most women are sopranos. So
okay, Jared.
Right?
If you say so, I haven't looked into that, but let's go with that.
Let's go with
soprano,
that.
And we'll be drinking in tribute to that. So let's give this a pour. Tried this a couple of times already. Seeing that it's a relatively new vintage, it's 2016, and that it just arrived here within the last month. It's advisable to let this aerate for quite a few hours. We opened it this morning,
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
So it's now
bright and early,
hours.
so it's had time to breathe. But this is the kind of wine that you can open up at an evening meal. Let's say Friday night. You give it a try. You cork it, and you have the next day for lunch, and it will probably be even better during lunch. So, given its youth, it still requires a little bit of time to open up, but a beautiful wine, and we've showcased this wine, got great feedback. We had a tasting event here in Potomac. It was City Winery in New York. Very good feedback on this wine. We've had a panel come in here and taste it.
Dave Geller liked it, right?
Dave Geller, Joshua London. A lot of people came in. They tried these wines. And there'll be more on that. Some videos we'll release with some of their feedback. I don't want to speak for them. But personally, one of my favorite. There's three of them. They're all my favorite. Three favorites, but one of the three favorites. The Shiran Soprano, 85% Grenache, 15% Petite Syrah. If I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, 85% Grenache, 15% Petite Syrah. Beautiful, beautiful wine, true to the territory. But we're just going to drink it now, so we can tell you a little bit more about it.
Okay, so let's give it a go.
This is on the lighter body side. You still got the acid up front. It's lighter in color as well.
Yep.
When you see, it's hard to see on camera, I believe, but
yeah,
like
well,
when you look at this, it's lighter in color. This is made with Grenache, which is very suitable for Israeli climate, for the Israeli terroir.
It's a Spanish varietal, so Mediterranean.
In general, it's used in Spain, and it showcases very, very nicely in here. You're not getting it attacked with a lot of fruit. It's very, very well balanced wine. Nice, medium, enjoyable. This is a great wine to enjoy in the summer, especially with barbecue and lighter fare.
Comparable to a Pinot Noir, almost,
well.
you'd say, wouldn't you say?
This is definitely heavier than a Pinot Noir, but I see
Heavier
what you're
than a
saying in
Pinot
terms
Noir,
of
but
it
it's
being
like-
a lighter body. Still,
Yeah.
this is just a very, very approachable wine, very enjoyable. Definitely good with food. Yeah, great job. Again, I'm a little bit biased because I've liked these wines. When Debbie and I went down to Israel, we tasted a lot of wines and we selected the ones that we liked. So this is already something I like. So what else do I have to say? It's good wine.
Yeah, Yasher Koach to Eli Shiran, for producing such amazing wines.
All right, now we're going to talk about next week. The last week and this week we're not reading the traditional Parsha, but next week
we'll be
we
back
kind of
on regular
introduced
schedule.
this. We kind of introduced it a couple of weeks ago, saying that it would be the next Parsha, but then we had
And then we made a little snafu, though.
the holidays.
Yeah.
Right. So this has already been introduced, but Jared, tell us, reintroduce.
All right, so for next week's Parsha, it's going to be Parsha Shmini, and we have the Goose Bay Pinot Noir. This is what we're going to choose. This is the Parsha wine for Parsha Shmini. Stick around next week to find out why it's the wine for Parsha Shmini.
All right, guys, have a good Yom Tif.
And you get 7% off. Just remember to buy it and use Parsha 7.
That's
And
right.
on sale.
Good Yom Tif, live from Kosherwine.com. Jared and David, wishing you all the best for Yom Tif, Shabbos, and hoping to see you next week, Friday, 1 p.m.
All right, L'chaim. May
L'chaim.
everyone experience the splitting the Red Sea.